Hello.
Yeah. Yes, Charles.
You are back.
Yes, I am.
I've taken long, but sorry for that.
I'm sure you are taking a hot cup of tea.
Tumezoea sasa
Ufukuze baridi.
kufukuza baridi pia. Sasa tunangoja hii election. Sasa ni vitu mingi tu kabisa.
Eh,
But all in all, we thank God.
mm,
So let's go through rent in Biombio then because it's very simple.
mm,
Then we call it a day. So maybe I can start by saying rent means payment received from a right granted to another person for use or occupation of immovable property, which includes premium or similar consideration received for the use of or occupation of a property. Rental income, P from residential rental income or residential rental income. No, residential rental income, it is, and non-residential rental income. I think there's some whatever happen. So it should be residential rental income and commercial and non-residential rental income. So non-residential rental income, it's for commercial. Residential rental income, it is for residence.
yeah.
Are we together?
Yes.
So for the purpose of this one, I'm going to dwell in residential rental income so that when next lesson, we shall do commercial rental income.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why the commercial rental income, it has it attracts two types of tax. So it attracts the monthly rental income of 10%. Then it attracts also what we call VAT withholding tax on rental income for commercial. Yes.
Okay.
For residential, it only attracts monthly rental income of 10% only.
Okay.
So basically, we are going to deal with the, for this purpose for today, let's deal with residential rental income. So rental income tax under annual regime. So rent is judged on actual amount received. So it is, if you receive 30%, you get you charge tax on it. If it is for residential, we are now dealing with residential. If it is 30,000 times 10, which is 3,000. So 3,000, you are supposed to remit to KRA. Okay. Then expense incurred to generate rent is allowable under Section 15 of the Income Tax Act, e.g., land rates, insurance, agents fee, repairs, loan interest, electricity. So, for example, you have a house somewhere you are renting. Maybe you have an agent who collects rent on your behalf. So the agent fee is allowable. So meaning when you are maybe you have got your rental income, total rental income is 30,000, and you are paying agent's fee of 5,000. The amount to be taxed is 30,000 minus 5,000, which is now you are going to the tax you are going to pay. You are going to pay onto 25,000. Are we together?
Yeah.
So there are those expenses according to the Section 15 of the income tax that are allowable in regard to rental income. Then tax calculated under individual graduated scale or corporate rate of 30%. So this means if you are not paying a rental income, if you are not paying the 10%, the total amount received in regard to rent utai tax in aggregated scale, which is you take the amount times 30%, pay that income. That is if you are not registered under rental income. Tuko pamoja hapo?
Or if not registered under rental, you pay it under individual.
You pay as under individual or corporate. So if it is a company, ziko na nyumba, if it's an individual, hana ako na nyumba, na aja register kwa iTax, aja declare kuwa ako na rental income. So this person is going to pay the tax on that as under the individual graduated scale, which is 30%, which is 30% for corporate. Tuko pamoja hapo, like any other income. You treat it like any other income. Then in addition, rent on a non-residential building that is commercial is taxable under the VAT Act number 35 of 2013, laws of Kenya. So that's why I've said for non-residential, which is commercial, you pay two types of tax. You pay 10% and also the 16% withholding tax. Umeshika hiyo?
Come up again?
We have said for non-residential buildings, that is commercial. Tax is paid twice. So you pay 10% and the 16% VAT. Okay. So when we are basically, I'm going to tomorrow, after finishing this residential, tomorrow before after we do VAT, we shall, the first thing tutafanya, it is VAT on VAT withholding on commercial residential income, rental income. That is what we shall do. For now, let's restrict ourselves to individual residential rental income. Okay?
Yes.
Then we have what we call monthly rental income tax. It is normally called MRI. So MRI, it is charged under Section 6A of Income Tax. It was introduced by Finance Act 2015, and it got into effect from 1st January 2016. So before then, before MRI was introduced, rent, anybody who was getting income as rent, alikuwa analipa kama any other income. So unachukua hiyo rent amount, ongeza kwa ile income yako yote, tax, undergraduate scale. But after, effective from 1st January 2016, people started paying MRI, which is 10% of the rental income. Pamoja hapo?
Yes. Yeah.
Then residential rental income taxation. Residential rental income is charged at a flat rate of 10% on gross rent received per month. But when we say gross rent received, it is that figure. But we have pale mbele tumeona there is those allowable expenses that are allowable regarding to gross rental income. So I think we have agreed. For example, we have said agent's fee. So it's allowable.
Agency fees.
Agent's fee and those ones zile tuliona huko juu. Insurance, yeah, vitu kama hizo. So those are allowable. So for you to get the amount, the figure that you are supposed to tax, if there is such a allowable expenses, you deduct first before getting 10% of that income, so that you can submit to KRA. Together?
Yes.
It is payable when landlords receive rent from their tenants, either monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. However, returns must be filed monthly. So this one is filed monthly. It is not filed that you wanna file the way you like. No, it is filed monthly. So it is you to decide if you are paying quarterly or monthly or semi-annually. Wewe tu ndio ama annually, wewe ndio tu utafanya nini, utaamua. But remember, you have to file monthly. So for example, if you are filing annually, unangoja tu na file end of the month, end of the year. So monthly utakuwa na file nil. Tuko pamoja hapo?
Oh, come up again.
I'm saying, if for example, you have decided to file your rental income annually, so meaning you have to wait until the end of the year is when you are going to file your rental income. But since it is since rental income, that is MRI, is filed monthly, so meaning this easy months hapa katikati, to avoid getting a penalty, you file nil.
Yeah.
Until you wait the year ends.
Yes.
Okay. Then filing of residential rental income. Rental income is filed on or before the 20th of the following month. For example, rent received in January is declared and the tax paid on or before 20th of February. Okay? Complete a monthly tax return online via iTax by declaring the gross rent, and the tax payable will be computed automatically at the rate of 10%. So you don't need to uchukue tu the gross to times 10. So ukiwa kwa iTax, the moment you enter the amount, the total gross of rental income, it automatically calculates yourself. It automatically calculates for yourself the tax you are supposed to pay. Pamoja?
Yeah.
Then for any month that the landlord does not receive any rent, he or she shall file a nil return. Okay? So if you don't file a nil return, you are penalized. But if maybe nyumba yako haikuwa na tenants during that month, hawako, maybe you are doing renovation, you file nil. Otherwise, you get penalized. Pamoja?
Yes.
Then, what is the penalty for late filing and late payment of MRI? So, date. Returns are filed and the tax payable on or before 20th of the following month. We have agreed on that. Penalty on late filing. Late filing of MRI returns attracts a penalty of 2,000 or 5% of the tax due, whichever is higher for individuals. Okay?
Yes.
B, 20,000 or 5% of the tax due, whichever is higher for corporates. Pamoja?
Yes.
Penalty on late payment. So the first one is penalty on late filing. So we have also penalty on late payment. So A, 5% of tax due. And B, late payment interest of 1% per month on the unpaid tax until the tax is paid in full. Pamoja? So it is 5% of the tax due and 1% per month on the tax on the unpaid tax until you pay the full debt.
Oh, so this means one needs to have calculated the payments and done the filing before 20th.
Exactly.
All of those two things.
Yes. So for example, you have not filed, you are umepata penalty at 2,000 or 5% of the tax due. Sindio? Now you have not paid you also get a penalty of 5% of the tax due and the late payment interest of 1%. So for example, if we are working with the percentage, this is the tax. So you take the 5% plus 5% plus 1%, meaning you are going to pay 11%. Umeshika hapo?
Yes.
Then from there, then there are some people wanajiulizanga, wanasemanga, sasa mimi hii nyumba mimi nitafanya nini? Nitaikeep so secretive so that I cannot do what? I cannot pay tax. But KRA can know you. So these are the ways that KRA can know you, can know whether you have a rental income. Number one, when there is cash flows to your bank account apart from your monthly salary. So remember, when you are employed, KRA knows the total amount ama the total salary that you earn per month. Hiyo ni ukweli? Because tax, the employer submits tax per month to where? To KRA. So the tax that is being submitted by your employer will determine the total amount of salary you earn per month. But if KRA sees that there is a cash flow that inaingianga maximum of pesa fulani inaingianga kwa account on addition to your salary, they will question on that. Number two, when Kenya Power connects you to many meters under your KRA PIN number. Remember when ukiwekewa stima, the first thing wanaombanga ni KRA PIN. Si ni ukweli? So ukiwa na meters mingi, what does that one mean? Commercial, you have a residential, because huwezi kuwa, for example, huwezi kuwa unatumia meters 10 ama 20. So watasema hapo tu watajua wewe you have a residential, you have a residential ama rental income. Or when company water, that is like Nairobi Water, connects you to many meters under your KRA PIN. So unajua pia kila mtu umemwekea maji kwa nyumba yake, so many meters. Ukienda kuchukua hiyo meter, the first thing unaulizwanga KRA PIN. So KRA ikiona uko na meters mingi za maji na stima, automatically wanajua wewe uko na nini, wewe uko na rental income, so wataanza kukufuata. So si wewe utajipeleka, wao ndio watakukujia. So that is my end of presentation. If you have any question, you can ask before we do an example.
I think I don't have.
You don't have, so we can go straight. Do what? Do an example. Then we, at least tutasema we have achieved for today, sindio?
Yes.
So I'm looking for a pin. There is a person that I normally file. That one, hiyo ndio tutatumia as a good example. I'm looking for that pin. So let me stop sharing this.
Yes.
And I share another screen. Oh, sorry. I was in the same screen too. I log out to this. You're still seeing my screen?
Not yet. Yeah,
okay.
Now I can.
Okay. The normal way, wake up pin the normal way. So that is 138 plus 4 is 152.
Yeah, 142.
142, sorry. 142. Then let's wait. Oh, yeah. Kwani alibadilisha the whatever. See, a minute nimpigie. I get because I want we do a practical one. A minute nimpigie so that I get the exact the pin. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Eva
Yes.
is not picking my call.
Mm.
Maybe what can we do? Because I really wanted as we do the practical example, see demonstration yet since we have the what the tax application. I don't know what we can do. Can I reset it tomorrow? We talk with him.
Oh yeah. Maybe, do you have another pin that maybe
Let me try. Let me try another one. Umeona hiyo?
Yes.
So when you want to file for rent, see filing, you just go there, file returns, okay?
Yeah.
You click on that. So utakuja hapa, you select. Now we are dealing with rent, okay? You select rent. Then you say next. Itasema return for period of this one to this one can be filed. Hii already imefailiwa. But we can assume that we can assume ituletee tu Sema okay, itatuletea hivyo, but this is amended. So kama ni hiyo whatever, itatuambia original, si ndio?
Yes.
So tuseme we are amending hii mwezi tuko nayo ni hii, tuko nayo hii imeisha ni gani? July, si ndio?
Yes.
So tuseme 01 stroke 01 07 stroke 2021. Then that then itakuletea once you click return to, itakuletea hiyo period. Then you say next. So next itakwambia total number of profits. Kidogo tu nisikie ndiye ananipigia kinywa. Sasa unaendeleaje? Ni Charles. Uko poa? Sasa ulichange password ya nimeiona try already, inaniambia haiko nani for the last time nilikufailia ilikuwa lini? Hiyo ya June. Okay, let me try again. Ikikataa then I can change you screenshot, you screenshot ile itatuma kwa mail unitumia, then ni reset. Sawa, haina shida. Thank you. Good night. Okay. So, you see the total number of properties. So the total number of properties, maybe you have one building iko na nyumba mingi, si ndio?
Yeah.
That is one property. Maybe uko na nyumba flats mbili ama flats tatu. Those are, so that's how you count the number of properties. So tuseme kama you have 2 flats, those are 2 properties. Uko na flats 4, 4 properties. Kuna moja 1 property. So let's say uko na 1 property, okay?
Yeah.
So here maybe the total rental income, maybe you are earning 100,000, okay?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. So if you are earning total rental income, you are earning that one. If you click anywhere, if you click hapo kwa tax on rental income, unaona already inakuletea automatically the tax due.
Yeah.
So that is, you are supposed to pay 20,000. Yani it's not 20,000. It is 10,000. So 10% of 100,000 is 10,000.
Yes.
Automatically it calculates for yourself, for you. So then from there you submit. Okay, submit. Here we don't want to submit because we will create a liability that is not supposed to be there. So once you submit, you do what? Once you submit, the next thing it will give you is ile kulipa. Unakumbuka the way we used to go?
Yeah, payment mode.
Yes, you wake a payment mode, nini, you generate a bank slip, then you either pay through M-Pesa or whatever.
Okay.
Hivyo tu, that's how it is. It's simple as that.
So let me ask, on the screen, what is, when you're saying income, the amount here, should it be net of agency fees, insurance fees?
Exactly.
And all that expenses?
Exactly. Should be net of, utakuwa umetoa hizo allowable expenses zote.
Okay. And then what is rental withholding credit?
Rental withholding credit, this is we tutaifanya when we do the commercial.
Oh, okay.
When we do, that's in our next meeting, we shall, in our next class, tutafanya a commercial. So when we do the commercial, that is utajua tu utajua ni what is it.
Oh, same for credit or self-assessment payment.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I think, yeah, I think my big takeaway is now when you declare
Yes.
here, you need to subtract when declaring on iTax, the income should be net of all the allowable expenses.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Correct.
Yes.
So that is doing residential income, residential rental income is as simple as that. Haina maneno mingi. But when now we come for commercial iko na maneno mingi, so it will need one lesson. I think tomorrow tutafanya after the VAT presentation. No, before we go to VAT, we can concentrate being on commercial, then so that we can see how time itatuallow then tufanye ingine.
Yes.
Then I want to show you something. I want to show you first. You need to determine what kind of tax obligation this person is registered. Unajua kama yuko registered under VAT, under rental income, unajua hiezi.
Yeah.
So if you want to determine huyu mtu akona obligation gani, you come here, unakuja hapa kwa registration, amend PIN. You are seeing it?
Yes.
Click on it. So itakuja ikuambia hapa hii amendment of registration. Hapa mode of amendment, sema online. Okay? Sema next. Then ukisha sema hivyo, unaona hapo tax obligation, hapa B obligation details. Click on that. So hapo utaona ni nini imetikiwa. For this one, unaona nini imetikiwa? It is a income tax. Income tax, watu wanafaa walipe income tax company. Okay? Kitu ingine they are supposed to pay, it is income tax payee. That is for employer only. This is, remember this is what? Hii ni kampuni. Tuko pamoja hapo?
Yeah.
So ukiona hapa hawana hiyo, they are not registered with the what? The rental income.
Yeah.
So that's how you determine that's how you determine ile ni nini the tax obligation ya end of the company or end of the individual. So if it is turnover itakuwa, if it is VAT itakuwa hapo. Umeshika hivyo?
Yeah. So this is how you determine to see how, or if a company has registered for rental tax.
Yes.
So if it's rental, it should be maybe in a
somewhere here rental imetikiwa. Unaona kama imetikiwa? So rent should be somewhere here being ticked. So kwa hii haina.
Yeah.
Meshika?
Okay. Yeah.
So I can see it's only 3 minutes remaining.
Okay.
So
is one allowed? Who registers the landlords or you haven't said the landlords on iTax?
You do it by yourself.
Or now as the accountant, you can do it for yourself.
Yes, through this iTax. So maybe we can do a class, or we can do a class on how you registering the PIN, how you do those amendments zote hizo. Maybe we can set aside, nimeandika chini, I can set aside one of the, maybe we can do a class on dealing with all those. How you register for VAT, how you register for payee, if it's a company, for rental income, we can do a class covering all.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay, but now this is how you just check
This
see,
is
you know,
how
it's
you
a
check.
company,
Yeah,
if it's rental. If not, now you start identifying, is it under corporate or pay graduated skill?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe I can, for the 2 minutes, maybe I can give you, you ask any question.
I think, nope, I don't have. I think let's first let me consume all that first.
Okay.
Consumption.
Aina
Let me
shida.
first
So
consume.
just do the consumption. So tomorrow, remember, we are doing the commercial one. Then
And
we shall see, tutaona how time will allow us. So maybe we can go, tunaweza endelea na VAT. We can do the VAT.
Yeah.
Okay, sawa. So can I say you enjoy your night?
Yes, you too.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.